Conversation with Jocks, where we give you positive perspectives on our daily encounters.
Real talk.
Yeah, this Jay. Big O in the house.
Yo, this is C.
Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Jocks. I'm your host, O, and we about to get into it. What's happening?
What's going on? Nothing much, man. Just chilling since the last episode.
I know that's right. I see you laid back, looking good, chilling.
Got to hit the gym. Got to hit the gym.
Got to hit the gym. Got to
5
look
o'clock.
good.
You with me, Jay?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, the gym work, gym life. You know, you try to get it in sometimes. You know, consistency and whatnot, but sometimes life take you under, man, and you know you go down another path. But for the most part, yeah, gym life is where it's at. You got to get yourself in shape, man. Got to.
When last you been to the gym?
Oh, me? What's today? Saturday? I was at the gym Thursday.
There we go.
So for me, gym is like a big stress reliever. So I go often. I go almost all the time.
Nice.
Oh, I got other ways I relieve my stress, which, you know, still get the cardio in, but, you know,
Okay.
y'all know what I'm saying.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I did with the home gym. I'm not with that. Taking the extra time to get in the whip, to drive to location, to get out.
Ride your bike. That's what I do.
Ride the bike to the gym. I hear you, son. I hear you. All right, so let's get into it. We're about to have a conversation, and today's subject is just about personal development. When and when not to improve or better your skills.
Jay had a situation, and for me, I just didn't like how he handled it. And not because of the other person involved, more so for him.
Yes, there's a backstory to this. And the backstory is this. We grew up with some super toxicity and, tearing each other down. But now we're in the mode or the mindset to build each other up. And this is a great segue to deal with the cheat code. Today's cheat code is the ABC confrontation method. For those of you like myself back in the day, when you would experience something that was difficult, I would stuff my feelings and not say something because I didn't want to offend other people. But I end up suffering because I was always would bottle up what I was thinking and feeling until I learned this ABC confrontation method. A, something you experience. B, how it made you feel, and C, your request. And I remember the first time I used this confrontation method, I used it at work, if you could believe that. So worked on a psych unit of a mental health psych ward. And, so we had all the staff at the nurses station. And out of nowhere, one of the patients started acting up. And he caused a ruckus. And the head nurse, all the staff members were there, including the head nurse. The head nurse walks away from the nurses station, goes to his office, and then calls the nurses station and starts barking orders. This is how this should happen, and this is how that should happen. Right. And I was like, man, how cowardly for you to leave the scene and start complaining, over the phone. And so, of course, as a professional, you do your best to handle the scene, but I felt a ways when he barked at me. And I just got tired of stuffing how I felt, but I wanted to communicate exactly how I felt. So when the time was right, after the situation, I went to his office and I said, sir, when you yelled at me, I felt disenchanted. I used a big word on him. Okay. I said, I feel disenchanted. And my request is that you talk to me the same way that you talk to all the staff members with respect. Now, his response was, well, I didn't like such and such. But I felt good. I got out what I needed to say in a way that was accurate. It was straightforward. It was no beef. I felt good. And another thing, he never spoke to me that way again.
Okay.
And so this cheat code is brought to you for those of you who stuff your feelings and don't say something because you're afraid you might go off too much, or for whatever reason we don't like to say what's on your heart and your mind. Use the ABC confrontation method. A, this is what happened. This is how I felt about it, and this is my request. That has been your cheat code for today.
That was A1.
So right into the discussion. What we got going on? We're talking about improvement. We're talking about self-improvement. And so we also mentioned, hey, growing up, we was tearing each other down, but now we're in the mode of building each other up. And I guess building each other up can be kind of touchy.
Yeah, it can be touchy. It can be touchy. First, we have to recognize the problem and then accept guidance to build each other up.
Absolutely.
So we can get into that situation, Jay, if you
So-
want to talk about it.
Pause. So you trying to say I got a problem? Is that what you're saying? That I got a problem?
We got some problems.
Come on, man. Come on. But look, here's the situation. We made plans over the weekend to get together. I guess I was misinformed of exactly what we were doing.
Okay.
Like, I didn't know this was going to be strictly business.
I see.
And I think that's where the major issue comes in. Even though it was addressed, the ball was already rolling.
I see.
And as I continued to hold conversations with you guys individually, I didn't feel that it was still set that this is strictly business.
Okay.
So
This is good.
I kept the plans
Okay.
that I originally set into motion.
I see.
And as of today, I feel that my plans were forced to be canceled
Okay.
because, you guys did say that to me today. Let's keep it 100.
Let the record show.
Here we go.
Let the record show that there was an announcement to change the plans that was sent out. If I had my cell phone, I could get the exact date, time, and location that message was sent out. But that is not the number one issue, because in life, situations going to happen.
So my question, Jay, how did you handle the situation?
I'm still playing it.
Still playing it?
Yeah, I'm still playing it.
So it's not addressed?
No, it's not addressed because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do.
Right.
Let's keep it real. Anything can happen from right now, this second, while we taking care of business,
Right.
to tomorrow, later on tonight.
So the audience could have an understanding. How long has this person been in limbo thinking one thing?
4 hours.
4 hours. When's the last time you communicated?
Let's say 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
So that person was an assumption that this is the plan. The plan was A and B, but right now it's Y and Z. But they're still stuck on A and B.
If that's the way you want to put it.
Okay.
If that's the way you want to put it.
Yeah,
but-
plans change and the person doesn't know.
Yeah, so for our audience, I just want to catch you up to speed. There was some original plans to have some guests on our podcast show, but those plans were changed. And we're just talking about communicating exactly how to navigate through when plans change, when things are in the process of, being rearranged. And so my perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to share the perspectives that I'm understanding from C and J. From J is saying, listen, yes, things was changed between me and my guest. However, the relationship that we have, I don't necessarily have to address it on point. When I get to it, I can address it. Am I understanding correctly?
Yes, yes.
And what I'm getting from C is saying, yes, the best way of handling this situation has very little to do with the guest. It has a lot to do with you, and when you're in certain situations, for you to deal with them as soon as possible, because this is the best experience or character building for you. Am I in the ballpark?
Right. And it's more so, I don't care about the value you have on this person. It doesn't make a difference. I care about your character and the value you put on yourself, because you set the stage. You say, hey, you know what? There's a situation. I'm gonna hit it dead on. I'm not gonna let it linger. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get to it. You see the problem and you address it. Those are the things that work best for me. It helps build character. It helps build a sense of consistency, and it helps dictate everything else that follows.
So because I don't deal with a situation immediately, that's considered an issue? Considered something wrong with that?
Excellent question. And I think experience plays a big role in that, because there are certain situations that there is a benefit. A lot of people might not realize that. There is a benefit to dealing with something and communicating it immediately versus waiting an extended time. Now, if we have the habit of waiting an extended time before we deal with something, we might not experience that benefit. But what I think C is saying is there is a benefit out there for dealing with something head on as soon as it happens, and C wants you to receive the benefits of dealing with it, that you might not have noticed that benefit, but there is a benefit there. And I definitely can understand that point.
Yeah, I mean, I see y'all two as always on the same page. I'm gonna let y'all have that. I'm gonna let y'all have it. But all I'm saying is, so basically, it sounds like what both of y'all are saying, and I'm gonna put both of y'all in there.
Okay.
Right.
Is that a situation come up, deal with it immediately.
If you can deal with it, deal with it. Don't let it linger.
And I'm still trying to wrap my head around of why can't I deal with things on my time when I feel like it?
Now, there's a difference. Now, just to let you know, there's a difference. Let's say you're trying to figure out what's the best way to handle the situation. Whether you're seeking advice, whether you're going through different scenarios, whether you're looking at what you have and what you don't have to answer or solve the problem. Yeah, we get that.
But isn't that always the case, though?
No,
Isn't that always the case?
okay, are you looking for solutions?
Unless there's something cut and dry, then I mean, come on.
Is this cut and dry?
No, the situation is not cut and dry.
Well, can you handle the situation right away? Because are you waiting for something to change? What I'm saying, what are you waiting for? Is it just comfort and convenient at your own time?
Good question.
A little bit of that.
Okay.
A little bit of that. A little bit of clarity
From who?
from what I got going on.
Okay. So my take, if you can handle this.
And if you would have asked me that earlier, we wouldn't even be on the podcast right now talking about this.
Right. But if you can handle it and just, hey, this is the situation, this is the outcome, and hit it dead on, you're doing yourself service and ultimately doing that person service as well. Because what this does is when you come into a situation, something similar, you know what to do. You have the mindset, because every time you practice something, you're going to perform the same way. But if you keep practicing delay, you're going to keep doing that for everything and everything of value. Right now, you might not have higher value with this situation, but things that you do with higher value, you're practicing with delaying. So the results is not going to be the best when you really need it.
But this is not all. Listen, let's not go off on the deep end, or like I like to say, let's not jump out the window and act like every time I have a situation come up, I prolong it for something.
Okay.
No, there are special occasions where I like to take my time, and there are some occasions where something happened and I deal with it right then and there.
So this is a special occasion. This is special.
Come on now, let's not do that. Let's not do that, Matlock. let's not twist my words around. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. There's certain situations where I don't feel like dealing with it right now because either I'm, thinking about some things, or things are not resolved, or I just don't feel like dealing with it. And there are some things where I say, you know what, I'm going to deal with this right now. And to me, right now, this particular situation is not a high priority
Right.
of mine where I feel like I need to make a decision right now. Period.
I think the decision's already made. The decision's already made. You made the decision. Even though people say, you know what, I'm not going to do something, I'm going to wait for something, you already had an action. Your action is not to do something. Decision's already made. Not doing something is doing something.
Right. But we talking about,
Good point.
I'm going to let them slide with that. What I'm talking about, though, is the overall plan.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Yes. And look, it's still a couple of hours. We still got a couple of hours in the day. You see what I'm saying? Are we working for another 5-6 hours?
Oh, so you're still trying to make
Or are we just working for another 30 minutes? You see what I'm saying? Those are all the variables before I say, before I go jump out the window and do something. And then next thing you know, y'all want to go watch Golden State, or y'all want to go watch the Knicks, or y'all want to go watch the draft, or something like that. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
And that's all I'm saying. The situation is still out there. The situation is still there. I get that. I get that 100%.
So you're saying,
But until a decision is made finally, or whether or not it's even going, this weekend is a wash.
maybe you know what? Maybe let me rethink, or maybe have an understanding of what you're saying, and me step out myself and try to step into you. So you're saying, not saying anything and doing something, putting this person in limbo, can potentially create an opportunity later, versus destroy the opportunity, hit it dead on, and say, hey, it's not going to happen because of what's going on right now. Business is taking a different turn, and I can't facilitate that need.
And that's what I've been trying to tell you from Jump Street before we even hopped on here.
But that doesn't make it right.
I said, look,
That doesn't make it right.
What did I say? I say, this ain't our first rodeo. This ain't our first rodeo.
But
Well, we want the audience to understand, when you say this is not our first rodeo, what exactly are you saying? This is not the first time that what?
That a situation like this has occurred.
so
I know who I'm dealing with.
This is not your first rodeo with us, or this is not your first rodeo with the person?
With the person.
and they know what they're dealing. You know what you're dealing with, and they know what they're
Exactly.
dealing with. So your inconsistency in character is not put to shame because this is what you're known for. I hate to come hard.
You heard you see how you tried to play me just now? You see how you just tried to play me just now? You see how he just tried to play me just now?
He came with it.
Listen. Yeah, he came with it,
Right.
but he was dead wrong. He was dead wrong.
Break it down.
This is what I'm saying. Me and this person, we got history.
How was he wrong?
He wrong by questioning my character with this person, or questioning my character from the beginning.
No, this is the
Okay.
beauty of it.
Okay.
This is the beauty of it.
Like he don't know my true character.
I know your true character.
This is
I know your true character.
We all know each other's true character. We all know each other.
So why you trying?
Excuse me,
to play me?
sir. Excuse me, sir. I need to take back control. You know what Oprah said. This is my show. No, this is the point I want to make. This is the point I want to make. This is beautiful, and this is the beauty of lifelong friendships. We're not even friends anymore. We're family. It's beyond. The beauty of it is this. Whenever we take the mantle or a decision or a movement to uplift and build, it comes with its challenges, because guess what? We all have blind spots.
Yes.
We all have blind spots. A blind spot is things that you may not notice about yourself, but other people can notice about you. It's a blind spot. Okay? I saw yesterday we played some basketball, and I saw some blind spots with the way they have their jump shot. But I wasn't going to say anything because I knew I was going to beat them playing basketball. But blind spots.
Wait, pause. Pause.
You make the audience sound like you Gus and
Don't go tell the audience like you was out there, giving us the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you got the business, you didn't mention that.
Yeah, we were just shooting.
Okay.
We were just shooting. We weren't actually playing a game.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, let's not forget who the king is.
Very good. Just like I said, I noticed some things, and evidently my homies noticed some things as well. But the point about blind spots, there's things about ourselves that we may not notice, and the people closest to us can see them. And I think a lot of times in life, you will see this with different friends, where females may see something with their female friend, and they would like to say something, but they don't want things to go awry, so they don't bring it up. But we're different, and we have a different mission in our friendship, in our existence. We're gonna speak up. We got each other's permission. We says, hey, do you want me to turn a blind eye, or do you want me to say something? And we agreed that we will speak up. And so it's not always easy for those things to be revealed in our blind spot. And sometimes it takes a little uncomfortable situations to recognize those blind spots and to have an understanding of the information that's being presented, so that we can make an informed decision on how we want to proceed forward.
So not to jump off subject, but you saw some blind spots and you're not going to reveal it to us. You still holding that for the basketball?
Good point. Yes, I'm going to hold on to those blind spots. I'm going to whoop up on them in basketball, in shooting,
Okay.
in a
So
shooting competition.
You just contradicted what you just stated. So you're going to tell us after the show. That's what you're saying.
Yes, I recognize there's a contradiction, but in the competition amongst these guys, I'm going to reap the benefits of it. And hey, listen, I recognize some things about y'all jump shot. Would y'all like to be informed on those blind spots?
Yep.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with my jump shot, man. Stop playing.
Right.
I get buckets.
You get buckets, right? But yesterday he got. I made sure he didn't get no championships on my watch. But yes, most definitely, I got you.
Okay.
So let's get back to the subject on hand. And the blind spots. How do we deal with the blind spots or receiving information? It could get uncomfortable. We can get rattled. We can not understand exactly, what you're trying to say.
Right.
It's a possibility of taking it personal. It's a very uncharted area, but at the same time, there's the beauty of it.
I mean, let's keep it real. He just dissed me earlier. You
basically heard a disc. What I heard was a challenge.
No. Jay is absolutely right.
You heard it. He come on. Jay did.
Let's hear it.
Jay is right. I hit home and I came hard. I came hard at him.
Okay.
There could have been a different approach that can hit home but not come in and attacking him. You're absolutely right. I apologize.
Man, I don't need your apology, man.
You're gonna have it.
We pass apologies, man.
You're gonna have
apologies. All I'm saying is, because I don't even remember what you said. I just know I took offense to it.
Right.
When you said it about me and this person and the character and how they see me, it's not even like that.
Right.
It's not even like that. And because
What do you mean it's not like that? What do you mean?
whatever shot that he took at me, it's not like that. Because y'all never met this person, number one.
Okay.
Number two, y'all never seen how me and this person interact.
Right.
It's just different.
But my thing, I don't care about the person, honestly. I don't care who the person is. I don't
Yeah,
care if there's
but-
high value in your life. Or
Yeah,
low
yeah, yeah.
value.
But again, you talking about me like you really don't know who I am.
I know who you are.
So basically what you're saying is that I'm a person that runs from situations?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is an opportunity to work on you. I have many opportunities that.
I mean, come on, man. You know we always working on me, working on you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what we do. We work.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But when we talking about this specific situation
Yes.
right now that brought us on here right now, and y'all dead wrong.
No. No. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Because my position, I did not take the position to offend that you found offensive.
Listen, forget about the offense. What am
I wrong? What am I wrong
Because you agreed with him.
I agree with what specifically?
Whatever situation, whatever topic that is that he was on.
My main thing is taking opportunities to work on you, even the situation that you said that, hey,
You didn't say that at the beginning, though. That wasn't it. That's not what you were saying at the beginning.
And how I came at you, you're not going to hear me, and I get that. And that's on me, and I apologize. What I'm trying to say is you take every opportunity to build yourself, being consistent. You know what? This is a situation where I can handle and I can address right now. I'm going to address it right now. I'm not going to let it linger. I'm not going to leave anyone in limbo. I'm going to do this because I'm going to do this on a consistent basis with every time I face this situation.
And that's what I agree with. The principle of dealing with things immediately.
Even though there's a lot of variables that
Even though there's a lot, even
So
though
how
there's
do
a lot of
you so how do you deal with a situation specifically knowing that there's variables?
Guess what?
in there?
Guess what? This is perfect practice because this situation has a lot of variables. Now you know when you addressed it, what happens afterwards.
So to answer your question, I think the best way of handling it is saying, hey, listen, I'm not exactly sure of all the variables, but I want to address this with you. And I think the person will appreciate that type of communication and can walk away feeling something was invested in them. In other words, you are now looked at in a different light because you communicated something, even though you didn't have the full understanding of everything that would take place, but you saw enough to say, hey, I want to communicate this to you. I want you to be in the know. I don't want you to be left in limbo. I want you to feel that, you could count on me whether or not I fully understand exactly where things are going. I just want to communicate with you so that me and you could be on the same page. And I think a person would appreciate that. What do you think, audience? What do you think about that? That's the point. That's the point. So, I think it was such a hard time getting to that point that, sometimes you come a little bit harder, and the hardness that you come at could be, you have to interpret. I think you took that was, probably crossed the line, and, C, being the upstanding guy that he is, he recognized his wrong and he apologized.
He ain't upstanding.
Right. But the main point is, it is so beneficial to have a camp around you that will take the courage to tell you something, even though it might rather, to have people in your camp that's not just yes man and yes this and yes that, and that will challenge you is priceless, because there's many people who don't have that type of camp.
Yeah.
To be able to make their adjustments, whether you want to say, hey, listen, I see what you're saying, but guess what? That's not what I want for me. You have that opportunity versus someone who, hey, I can see something. It might be in his blind spot, but I ain't gonna tell him. I'm gonna mind my business, and that's not what we have here.
That ain't listen, man. I know we on a certain topic, but because you just said that, anybody that you consider a friend, family, that would watch you have a open weakness and they don't
It happens all the
even
time.
try to cover it,
It happens all the time.
you
See
know,
it.
put you on. Listen,
Jay, it happens all the
listen,
time.
and I know,
Every day.
I know that. And listen, man, walk away from them people. That's all I got to say, because that's what I would do.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, because you not looking out for my best interests. Because I know when you have me in your corner, I'm always looking out for your best interests.
Yeah.
Now, what if the best interest that you're looking out for me is something that makes me uncomfortable?
Look, man, you gonna have to get over it. Straight up.
Put your
Straight
big
up.
boy pants.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Put a big boy point. Listen to the information.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's basically what's taking place now.
Oh, listen, man, I get that, man. You know, it's all fun and games, as far as, me talking about I feel disrespected and offended and all that, man. I know how it is, man. You know how y'all know how we get down.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? This is all just,
Awesome. So you heard it here. You heard a lot of different points. Tell us what you think. Was it something that we overlooked? What's your thoughts? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conversations with Jocks.
Okay.
Yup.
Yes, sir.
JOC in the building.